downpour, casting muted earth-toned glows on wet cobblestones as they follow a tenuous trail. Their coats pressed tight against the chill, the urgency in their expressions is only hinted at through fleeting close-ups of clasped hands and focused eyes. Near a locked, weather-worn door, Ava's small handcrafted doll lies abandoned, dampened by rain. The lock is adorned with an unfamiliar symbol, carved deep into the wood, its jagged lines catching droplets that slide down slowly. Elena crouches nearby, hesitant to reach out but compelled by the haunting stillness of the scene. Marcus frowns as a sudden memory surfaces, a phrase half forgotten that pulses with new meaning. He murmurs it aloud, words that once felt meaningless now revealing their connection to Ava's disappearance. The leather notebook at his side seems to hum with dormant significance as he clutches it tighter. Back in her silently lit apartment, Elena carefully moves a painting aside, revealing a faded map hidden behind it. The map is jagged at the edges, marked with cryptic symbols that tug at her memory's edge. Her fingers trace the marks with a mix of confusion and dawning comprehension, the vintage locket at her neck resting heavily against her chest. Mr. Reynolds, seated in a dim corner of a quiet room, leans on his cane as he begins to speak. His voice carries weight as he recounts fragments of a past filled with lost memories and obscured truths. His thick-rimmed glasses catch the low light, shadows deepening the lines of a face etched by time. Elena stands before a derelict building, the fading light making its cracked facade seem both menacing and familiar. A flicker of hesitation crosses her face, a silent struggle with the choice to enter this place tethered to her family's hidden history. The rain has paused, leaving the air thick with anticipation and damp earth scents. Inside the building, Elena's eyes widen upon discovering scattered artifacts, aged photographs, worn letters, and personal items linking Ava's family to hers. Each piece deepens the mystery, weaving their histories into an intricate tapestry of secrets. Dust motes swirl in the shafts of fading sunlight, highlighting the quiet weight of revelation. Seated in a quiet corner, Marcus pores over his leather-bound notebook, the pages filled with scribbled notes and diagrams. His brow furrows as he deciphers patterns that bind recent events into a cohesive whole. The muted tones of the room mirror his intense focus, punctuated by the scratch of pen against paper. Unnoticed, Ava watches Elena and Marcus from a shadowed distance, clutching her doll tightly. Her eyes flicker between fear and hope, torn by the uncertainty of approaching trust. The muted dusk wraps around her, hiding her fragile presence from view. A beam of light catches Elena's vintage locket, its surface reflecting a hidden message visible only from a particular angle. She adjusts it carefully, mesmerized by the faint engravings that emerge and disappear with the shifting light. The locket's subtle glow links past and present in this intimate moment of discovery. A tense confrontation unfolds between Elena and a shadowy figure, voices low but charged with accusation. Layers of past betrayals ripple to the surface as secrets are thrust into the open amidst tight, focused shots of clenched fists and narrowed eyes. The rain begins anew outside, a symbolic backdrop to the emotional thunder within. Chaos erupts as Marcus sprints through narrow, rain-slicked streets, only to have his leather notebook snatched away in a swift, unseen motion. His outstretched hand grasps empty air as the thief disappears into the shadowed alleys, the loss weighing heavily. The damp earth muffles his frustrated breaths as rain blurs the scene. Determined, Elena battles the rising storm, her coat soaked and hair plastered as she retraces Marcus's path. The fierce wind and rain do little to deter her grit as she navigates the slippery streets to reclaim the stolen notebook. Close-ups reveal her unwavering eyes beneath the dripping hood, embodying her resolve. Ava's beloved doll lies damaged, torn cloth and missing stitches, symbolizing the fragility of their situation. The emotional stakes deepen as the doll's brokenness mirrors the tension and vulnerability enveloping the group. Rain trickles down its face, blurring the delicate features crafted with care. Under a brief clearing in the weather, Elena and Marcus confront their tensions, their expressions softening. They share a fragile reconciliation, forging a tentative alliance bound by their shared goal of saving Ava. The muted earth tones of the setting sun reflect a hopeful yet cautious new path. Guided by Mr. Reynolds's steady cane, the group embarks toward a forgotten location whispered about in old tales. The path is lined with overgrown vines and whispers of times past, the setting sun casting long shadows. His voice carries the weight of many years, imprinting urgency on their every step. Behind a locked door, Ava waits, relief washing over her face as Alina's locket fits perfectly into the aged lock. The gentle click echoes softly, a moment of release captured in close-up shots of hands and wide, hopeful eyes. The muted colors around them seem to brighten subtly, signaling a fragile victory. As the building begins to collapse around them, the group escapes amid falling debris, embodying the breaking of long-hidden secrets. Dust clouds swirl in the dim light, enveloping them as they sprint toward safety. The crumbling walls mirror the destruction of old pain and closing chapters. Alone in quiet reflection, Alina confronts her fragmented memories, embracing painful truths shaping her identity. Tears glint in her eyes as she holds the vintage locket close, understanding now the depths of her past. The subdued palette of earth tones reflects the somber yet necessary acceptance. Marcus places a steady hand on Alina's shoulder, promising protection for both her and Ava moving forward. Their destinies now intertwined, a quiet determination settles between them. The first hints of clear skies appear beyond the window, symbolizing fragile hope. Alina examines the recovered notebook carefully, uncovering a letter addressed to her, penned years ago. The words hint at concealed histories and warnings wrapped in metaphor, deepening the intrigue. The flickering candlelight throws dancing shadows over the faded handwriting, enhancing the mysterious aura. Marcus visits an old mentor in a cozy, book-lined study, seeking insight into the cryptic events. The mentor's calm explanations unveil perspectives that shift Marcus's understanding, shedding light on the tangled web they navigate. Muted earth-tone decor surrounds them, grounding the weighty conversation. Ava tentatively begins to open up, sharing fragmented memories that reveal surprising connections to Alina's past. Her voice is soft yet determined, weaving a delicate bridge between their histories. Close-ups focus on Ava's expressive eyes and the worn doll she still cradles. Together, Alina and Marcus uncover evidence suggesting a trusted figure's manipulation of their lives over many years. The revelation cuts deep, casting doubt on previous alliances and infusing their quest with new urgency. Shadows lengthen in the dimly lit room as they piece together the betrayal. The storm finally clears, sunlight breaking through heavy clouds and spilling golden warmth over the cityscape. This shift in weather mirrors a turning point in tone, signaling hope and the possibility of clarity amid chaos. Alina, Marcus, and Ava stand together, their silhouettes etched against the brightening horizon. Alina's trembling hands unfold the fragile letter, her eyes scanning words long concealed. The letter reveals the tangled history of betrayals that shattered their lives, stories stitched in shadows and silence. The muted daylight casts a fractured glow through a nearby broken window, reflecting the painful truth's ripple. Marcus faces the manipulator in a quiet, dimly lit room, leather notebook clutched tightly. Their confrontation is charged, raw emotions surfacing amid whispered accusations and trembling breaths. The rain taps softly against the windowpane, mirroring the storm within them. In the soft afternoon light, Ava's doll is carefully restored, its delicate stitches mended with loving hands. The once worn and tattered companion now gleams gently, symbolizing newfound hope and the mending of fragile hearts. A close-up captures the doll, nestling peacefully in Ava's small hands. Alina stands beneath the sprawling branches of an ancient tree, the air warm and calm as sunlight filters through leaves. This peaceful spot from her childhood offers a quiet solace, a refuge for reflection and renewal. Her vintage locket catches the light, a beacon of strength and closure. Marcus places the final copy of his article on a local newspaper's editorial desk, each word exposing the hidden corruption uncovered. The muted earth tones of the office reflect the gravity of his revelations, a testament to perseverance and truth. Outside, clouds part, allowing soft sunlight to spill in. Under a sky clear and bright with sunshine, Ava laughs freely, her joy pure and unrestrained. She runs across a sunlit garden, the restored doll clutched close as a symbol of healing. The scene is warm, filled with vibrant life and the promise of brighter days. Seated together on a worn bench, Alina, Marcus, and Ava share a quiet, tender moment. Their bond, strengthened through trials and shared truths, is palpable in the gentle gaze exchanged among them. Raindrops begin to fall lightly, washed away by the serenity of their connection. Mr. Reynolds stands by the window, a knowing smile softening his features as he watches the trio from afar. The weight of his own past lifts subtly, as if the